made of it after that, I don't know. But two down at the bottom and one up towards the top. I've shown them in green, regular. We can take timing from them. And more than anything, I think it'll just give us a better idea of what's going on up there. One of the things that's frequently thrown into the mix on all this is people say, well, the stars in the sky don't tell us anything about the Earth on which we live. And as I've said before, I'd beg to differ on that. The stars in the sky have been used to navigate around the world for centuries. They're regular. We can take timing from them. We can take locations from them. And all we need to be able to do really is find our way around up there. And that's really what I aim to do with this. But I've done it as a bridging episode, really to give people a chance to think about things and to really deal with the one enduring question. So the only constellation that gives us any problems for the Southern Hemisphere is Sigma Octantis. So I want to just get a closer look at it for a moment. If you look on the sky map, there are 3 stars, 2 down at the bottom and 1 up towards the top. I've shown them in green just to make them stand out. They're not really green. They're actually quite dim stars. And these are the 3 stars that make up the constellation Sigma Octantis. But if we spin it back a little bit, Sigma Octantis, right, the constellation is called Octans. And it was discovered in the 1700s by a French astronomer called Nicolas Lecaille. And when he discovered it, he catalogued 4 stars. What history and astronomy and everything else was made of it after that, I don't know. But what you'll notice is the stars are too far apart to make a single constellation. All the other constellations on the map work, including the ones right around the edge. But Octans doesn't work. And the reason it gets used as a counter to flat Earth is people say, well, there's a South Celestial Pole, and everybody at the South Pole can see the South Celestial Pole just like you can see Polaris. Well, I don't think they can. The furthest south anybody can go is 35 degrees, and you've seen these ground masks that I've made that work for this. I don't think people at 35 degrees south can see that far beyond the perceived South Pole. If they could, there'd be a problem, because anybody looking up and over the South Pole, the other side of the world would be in daylight. You can only watch stars at night time. So if somebody on one side of the Earth is looking at part of Octans from one side of the world, they're not going to be able to see the other side of it. And I think Octans, and certainly as an explanation for why we live on a little ball flying through space, is largely a fiction. I can't speak to what people are seeing when they go out there and they look at it. At best, I would suggest that people can see 2 stars that are part of Octans, and at any time there's always going to be at least one of them is not visible. So all these marvellously taken, colour-corrected, high-definition, time-lapse photographs and pictures that people put up to say, here we are, this proves the South Celestial Pole, I don't think they mean anything, because they don't give us any indication of what they're looking at. As far as I'm concerned, they are blurry photographs. If somebody wants to prove that there is a South Celestial Pole, they should be able to see those 3 stars all pulled together south of the South Pole. I think the only place that you'd be able to see this constellation spinning, if indeed it existed, would be for them to be down at the Antarctic, and I don't think anybody is going there anytime soon. So there you have it, a full map of the sky. As I said a moment ago, This is not an astronomy class. There's not a test at the end of it. What you do with it is entirely up to you. I know the stars don't prove the Earth on which we live or the shape of the Earth on which we live, but they certainly do allow us and have allowed us for centuries to navigate our way around. So at the beginning, this is a bridging episode. So what I'd really like to see now is people just have a look at this, see what they think, see if they can formulate some better questions for us to be asking the people who still think we live on a little ball flying through space. And after that, we can go from there. Thank you for listening.